Oh, hiya, honeys. Welcome back to my spooky little corner. For those that don't know me, I am Lady Myleta, and I bid you welcome. Thanks for joining me today, my darklings. I'm excited to try some new new to me products. We are going to try a new to me company today. We are going to try Juvia's Place. So I've got a palette. This is the Nubian Glow palette. It's a little 6-pan palette that we're going to play with today. And I was also able to buy their Velvet Matte Foundation called I Am Magic. I also picked up the I Am Magic Concealer and also picked up the Shade Stick Multi-Purpose Foundation Stick. Now this one I think I will use on another video and just use the regular foundation today, but I also did purchase this to try. So if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, stay tuned and let's dive in. Okay, my darklings, my eyes are primed and ready for some eyeshadows. Today I am using our e.l.f. Cosmetics eye base in the shade Sheer. She's a nice kind of light one, so I figured that one might be good. So let's just open. I love the box. I love the female pharaoh on it. And I really love the theme of Juvia's Place's cosmetics. They're beautiful. The shades seem beautiful. So here is our little palette. It's just a cute little 6-pan one, and ooh, okay, protector. And here is our color story. It's very yellows and golds, orangey tones, which I kind of was like, I really wanted to play with. I've heard so much good things about Juvia's Place's eyeshadows. So I thought I just wanted to try just a little one the first time, because I also wanted to try their foundation because I've heard amazing things about it. So they had these two for holidays. They had a beautiful purple one and they had this orange one, and I have a lot of purples, but I don't have like a lot of orange. So I thought, you know what, this would be really good. We can do a really cute little cut crease moment in oranges with some nice wing eyeliner, and I am living for it. So let's dive into this. There are no shade names on it, so I will just kind of point to them, and that's really the best I'm going to be able to do. So let's start off. I am going to take just a fluffy brush. This is my Morphe Jeffree Star JS6 one, and I am going to jump into the lightest shade here. There's only 2 matte shades in this palette. This one right here, which is like a lighter kind of yellow, and then you have this really deep, almost like orange shade. So we're going to start with this one and just get this buffed into the crease. Not a lot of kickback in the pan. She looks nice and pasty. All right, let's see. Oh, perfect. Yes, she's a beautiful yellow. She's going on very smoothly. What more can you want? All right, and we'll put that there too. This is the only thing, like when I was looking at the palettes, I was like, okay, the purple had more mattes in it, but I was like, I have so many purples. Like I have that whole Jeffree Star one. I have the My Melody and Cremonia one. I'm just like, I got so many purples right now. I really don't want another full purple palette. So I saw this one. I'm like, yellows, oranges, that could be a lot of fun. And I love a yellow eyeshadow moment. So I was like, that's what we're going for. So I'm just going to take a nice clean fluffy, and I'm just going to kind of buff this out, kind of buff it up into closer to my brow. Just kind of take off any harsh edges. But that yellow really was nice and pigmented, went on really, really well. No complaints at all there. Okay, so the next step will be the orange, and I'm going to take another kind of fluffier brush. We're going to use one of our blending eye brushes from e.l.f. and we're going to go into the orange, and I'm going to put that in the crease and all the way down on the outer corners of the eyes. Again, like no kick up. Nice. Okay, let's see how this looks. Put that right down here. Oh, they go really smoothly together too. She looks not quite as dark on the eye as I would think in the pan, but that could just be my skin tone as well. She definitely looks like a nice golden yellow. which I am not mad at. I love a nice yellow eyeshadow. Okay, so now that that's laid down, I'm just going to take my fluffier brush and dip into that lighter yellow again, and we're just going to buff this out a bit, make it look a little cleaner. Okay, there we go. Those are those two shades laid down. They actually turned out really good. I was kind of hoping the other one would be the darker of the shades here would be a little more orange. Like it doesn't look quite the same on the eye as it does in the pan. It's still a gorgeous yellow, but I think it would have liked it a bit more if it showed up a bit darker. So, but it is what it is. I'm not going to complain. So our next step is to cut the crease, obviously. So I'm gonna use my Juvia Place concealer, and I got it in shade, I think it's 21. Yes, 21. So she is very nice, pinky and pale. We'll just give it a quick little thing. And you know how I cut my crease. I'm just gonna put a blob on my hand. Oh, it's got a nice doe foot, nice thick. All right, let's put that there, because we're going to use that again, obviously. And I'm just going to take one of my angle brushes and get to work. Okay, so my creases are cut. I will say, I know it's just a cut crease, but that concealer was really nice and creamy, really nicely pigmented too. So it'll be nice to see how it goes on the skin, not just for cutting a crease here. So very intrigued. Okay, so I've got a few different ones. I'm pretty sure this is just a pressed glitter. So I'm just going to touch. Yeah, that's kind of what it feels like. It looks like it's just like a pressed glitter. So in order to wear that, I am going to need a glitter glue. So not today. So I think, let's see, what are we going to do? I think we'll do this yellow one here and then mix it with maybe a little bit of this light yellow here. And we'll get a nice flat brush. Here we go. And we're just going to hit it with our setting spray, our Stay All Night Micro Fine Setting Mist by e.l.f. Just hit that up. I really do prefer to try glitters always the same way. As you guys have noticed, I'm sure by now, so I always like a damp brush. I know some people prefer to use fingers. I am not one of them, but some glitters definitely need fingers. Okay, so let's see. We're going with the lighter yellow, gold. We're just going to press this on. See how that goes on. Okay, there we go. Sometimes I find doing it this way does take a little bit more time than possibly using your finger. If you know, time is an essence thing that you don't want to mess around with, then by all means, you know, use your finger. This is just a preference thing. I just don't like using a finger. I don't know why. But yeah, I don't know. I find it almost like barbaric. I know that sounds so silly, but it's true. I just prefer just to kind of use a brush. It is what it is. Okay, so then I'm going to use, this is an Urban Decay one from my Vice palette. Just like my Anastasia Beverly Hills one, I find their brushes, especially the small packer ends, are just so nice to get in that corner of the eye. And I find I use them a lot for that lighter shadow that I'm putting in. So we are going to use this light gold now. Let's see how that one goes. She looks nice and kind of pale. Thought it would be kind of, and she coats that brush quite nicely, more so than that yellow did. So let's, oh, I quite like that shade. She's almost like a pale white gold. Very, very nice. And she is going on quite beautifully too. I would almost say better than that yellow. But I am going to add more of that yellow because I'm going to take this kind of white and place it all the way over onto the more yellow tone. And then I'll just take that brush and dip into some more of that yellow and just kind of try and mix them almost. So it looks almost like more natural. If yellow and gold eyes can be natural, but more of a natural gradient. And then I am going to take my e.l.f. brush with that darker orangey shade and just tap into that and just kind of bring that over into the gold of it. Blend it out of it. There we go. And there we go. A very nice golden glow look with our Juvia Place palette here. What do we think, darklings? I dig yellow, so I'm quite impressed. I'm definitely interested in using those other glitters. We'll see how that works. I'll definitely need a glitter glue for the one. So, oh, there is quite a bit of fallout. So I'm just going to take a cosmetic pad and use some of my makeup remover just to quickly remove any of that, so we don't need extra glitter on my face. But yeah, there was quite a bit of fallout. I will show you the pad when I'm done. I first thought there wasn't really any, and then I switched my finger, and then yeah, you can see there's a lot of glitter on that pad. So that's why I always do my eyes first. Unlike some other people, they prefer to do the whole foundation first and then the eye makeup. I personally prefer to do my eyes first because of things like that. Because it happens, right? Fallout happens, especially with certain colors. So it saves your foundation. It's a preference, but it saves your foundation. So today for primer, I am going to use my e.l.f. Matte Putty Primer. And this is the one, I really like this one over the other. They have a couple different ones now. They have your regular primer, and then they have like a dewy glow one, which I'm oily enough. I don't really need a dewy one, but if that is something you like, I prefer mattes because that's how I am. And I quite like this one. I would have to say I like this one out of all my like putty primers, because out of the 3 putty primers I have this one, I have the regular e.l.f. putty primer, and I also have the Tattia Silk Canvas. And honestly, the matte one out of this is my favorite. I quite like it. So alrighty, my loves. Now that my primer is on, I'm going to start. I always start with my concealers. So we are going to use our Juvia's Place I Am Magic Concealer, and I am in shade 21. And it is a big container of like concealer, which is quite awesome. I find most are very, very small. Here is the doe foot. It's a nice big thick one. So we're just going to put a bit where I normally would. Any little imperfections, we'll just cover them up. I usually like to put a little bit here and a little bit there. I know some people usually do foundation first. I always do concealer first. It's kind of a preference. And I am just going to use like a beauty sponge, and I'm just going to buff that in. Just light taps. Okay. And try and get under the eye. I know it always kind of looks funny at first, but it usually comes together quite nicely. Okay. I like this shade. It's definitely a lighter shade for me, but it will be a nice kind of brightening concealer, which I'm not bad at all. Seems to be covering my pores quite well. Yeah, so far so good. Okay. Oh, I have high hopes. I have high hopes. All right. So here is the concealer all bumped in. It looks kind of funny, I know. Now we're going to try our I Am Magic Velvet Matte Foundation by Juvia's Place. And I grabbed shade Isla. And if I'm pronouncing it wrong, you guys can let me know down below. But so here, box. And here is the little tube. And it's just like a little squeezy. I hear this is full coverage. So we're just going to do a little at a time and see how it goes. Can I give this a bit of a shake first? I'm hoping I got the right shade. Oh, look at that. That's pretty awesome. It is even sealed. It's sealed. Oh man, that is awesome. Okay, not used to that. All right, we're just going to put a dab right there. Okay. She looks maybe a touch yellow there. We will see. Okay, so I'm just going to put a touch here. I'm just going to start with that. I don't want too much. Like, it's full coverage. I hear really, really good things about it. So I'm just going to kind of, it's really a thick foundation too. I can feel just putting it on. I can feel how thick it is. So let's see. All right. I'm just going to bump what I got here into the skin and see how it looks. Okay, bring here. Okay, it's actually going on a little more pink than what I thought there. I was a little concerned because, as you guys all know, I am a cool tone. So I like with a little bit of pink in it. I find sometimes foundations can be a little too yellow on the skin, and that's always a bit of a concern for me. As you guys know, my Marc Jacobs one I bought was completely too yellow for your girl. But okay, that looks quite good. Quite like that. Seems to be sitting nicely on the skin, going in very, very well. It doesn't seem to be, it seems to be almost filling my pores. Like, they don't look extremely, oh, I'm quite, okay. Well, there's that. They do also have setting powder, and silly girl didn't buy the setting powder. So it is definitely on the wish list though, but what do we think? I know it looks paler, but I would prefer to go paler and then add my color, then go too dark and then look kind of off, you know, that's how I roll. So, but here we go. I'm impressed so far. So for setting powder, because I didn't buy theirs. Silly lady, my lady, I didn't buy it. So we're using, I have it already in here, our Too Faced Peach Perfect Matte Comfort Found Matte Mattifying Translucent Powder. And I'm just gonna, I always start, these little sponges I got from Morphe from the Jeffree Star collab work very, very nicely to kind of push the powder into my oily spots. So I always use it on my nose, around my eyes, and definitely down in my smile lines. It works perfectly for this, so I'm just gonna kind of do that. And then I just use a nice fluffy brush. This is my one Quo brush, so I just don't need a lot, but you know, just to make sure the shine don't come through. Because girl, I don't want to be shiny. Not shiny because of oils, at least. Shiny because of glitter or, you know, metallic chrome, I'm all for. But, you know, shiny because my oils are breaking through, none of that. None of that. Okay. So again, because I probably fungled that up, the Too Faced Peach Perfect Mattifying Loose Setting Powder in Translucent. So I'm just going to pop off camera, do my eyebrows and lashes, and I will be right back. Okay, my darklings, here we go. Here's what we got going on right now. So I did my brows today, and we are having an e.l.f. brow day. So we are using our lock-on liner in the shade medium brown and our Wow Brow Gel in medium brown as well. For eyeliner today, we are using our e.l.f. liquid eyeliner H2O proof eyeliner pen in black. And I had a little mistake where it kind of went up on the one side, so I just kind of went with it and kept going. So that's why it looks the way it does. For mascara today, I am using my Benefit Cosmetics Bad Gal Bang in black. And then the lashes today are my Sheen ones. I think I'm down to like one pair now. It's sad. It's sad. I'm going to have to buy more. Because they're beautiful. They're nice. They're thick. They're very luscious lashes. And they don't break the bank. I think I got that big wheel for $7. So, you know, cannot complain. So let's finish up these eyes. We're going to dip back into our Nubian Glow palette here. And I'm just going to take a little smudger brush. This is my e.l.f. smudge brush. And I am just going to dust that dark orangey yellow shade just across the bottom. That's all I'm going to do today. There's really not enough mattes to really play around there. So this will just look fine. So I'm just going to just kind of plop her on. Doesn't have to be anything much really, because I'm going to put on eyeliner, so I don't want too much. Just like that. Nothing much today, but I'm really winging it out with some eyeliner here, so I might do more of that too. So for my lower lash line, I am going to use my Urban Decay 24/7 Waterline Eye Pencil in the shade Legend, which is just black. And I'm just going to put some of that on. Okay, nothing fancy. And then because I got these huge tails and everything, I'm feeling very Egyptian, if that may be. I'm just going to put a little tick on the inside here. Nothing major, just like a little one. A little bit like that. Just a little extra something. Why not, right? That's the fun about makeup. Just play. Just enjoy yourself. If you make a little mistake like I did, I had my eyeliner on too thick and I opened my eye too much, so I got this little like crease, so I just went with it. I think it looks kind of cool. Why not, right? I'm just going to put some mascara on my bottom lashes here. I really do feel sometimes people take makeup way too seriously. All Alrighty, there we go. Now all I'm really missing for my eyes is a little inner corner highlight. Unfortunately, there really isn't a light one, so I'll use the same shade that I used up there and just kind of tap it in. I'm just going to use this little flat brush. This is from Morphe Jeffree Star collab. This is JS10, and I'm just going to, let's see how this works. I should have maybe done it before I put on my tick, but whatever. We'll just go over and fix it. That's a nice like white gold. So then I will just grab a Z eyeliner, grab my liquid eyeliner again, and we'll just go over it. See what I mean? Happy little mistake. No point on getting upset about it. We can always fix it. Right, my lovelies? Just fix those little mistakes. Boom. And there are the eyes, all finished. I'm quite impressed with the gold. It looks very, very nice, very bold. When you're wearing gold, you kind of need bold. Okay, my darklings, I am just going to pop off camera, finish with some highlight and some blush and some lippy, and I will be right back. Okay, my darklings, here we are with our finished look. I am feeling myself, darklings. I am not gonna lie. I am digging this look. So, to finish up our look today, we are using our Juvia Rose Cut Gem Blush Palette, and we are using the shade Peach Quartz, which happens to be, I think, my favorite blush. I'm not gonna lie, it always looks fabulous on the skin. For highlight today, we are using our Wet n Wild My Melody and Cremoni Blush Lighter Palette, and we are using this top shade up here, this one right up here, and it is called Honey Bunny. And I am not gonna lie, this is becoming like my favorite highlighter. I'm quite shocked, but it's like this beautiful peachy gold glow, and I thought it would look really bad on my skin, but I'm loving how it looks. Because we want to be extra today, I added some extra gold highlight. I'm hoping you can kind of catch that in the light. This is Fenty Beauty's Kilowatt highlighter in the shade Trophy Wife. Now, when she came out with this, Rihanna came out with this highlight, I think everybody went gaga over it. But a lot of people were afraid of it, especially people with paler complexions. I know they were nervous because it was too dark. But you know what? I love it. I use it quite often. And you know what? It also makes great eyeshadow. So if I want a simple, really bold gold look, I will just add this onto my eyes. And to finish it off, we are using our e.l.f. Retro Paradise Lip Liner. Again, I wish they had shades, but it's like a very kind of neutrally peachy kind of tone. And then we topped it up with my absolute favorite nude lipstick. This is Jeffree Star Cosmetics Velour Liquid Lipstick in the shade Nathan. And unfortunately, Jeffree and Nathan broke up, and I don't think you can get this lip color anymore. But she is like a perfect kind of terracotta-y, kind of got that peachy tone nude. She is always my favorite, or I guess he is always my favorite, but I love it. It always looks so great. Juvia's Place, what do I think? Wow. The eyeshadows go on very nice. The color, it's very pigmented. There wasn't a lot of kickback that I noticed. The only issue is there's really only 2 mattes in this little one. But that was my choice. This is what I wanted. So I can definitely can't create like a whole pile of different looks. But there is some creativity within it, and they do sell much larger palettes, but I just wanted to try a little one to see what I thought of the quality first. And after this, I will definitely be picking up more Juvia's Place. Now for the I Am Magic Velvety Matte Foundation and the I Am Magic concealer. Well, they went on beautifully. I think I got a good skin tone. It might be a bit pale, but again, I prefer something a little more paler than too deep. But let's go in with my mirror and let's have a really good look. I don't find, it is kind of sitting in my pores kind of a bit, but I don't see any separation so far. It's not sitting in my fine lines, which is quite nice. It's definitely something that I'm going to have to wear and get back to you. But as of now, I am quite impressed with the quality, and the price point is very, very nice. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I will be putting a link down below so you can check it out yourself. But yes, I am definitely impressed so far. And I can't wait to try some more of their products. I'm definitely picking up their setting powder to go with this, because I like to use, I like to try and use all the company's face products together. I just find they are usually formatted to work together, so they usually work best together, but we shall see. As always, Darklings, you know where to find me. I am on Facebook and Instagram under Lady Mylita, and occasionally I go live and I do my makeup with you guys, so I will always try and notify in advance when I'm going to do that, so you can kind of come and hang out with me and chit chat with me and play with makeup with me, which is always the fun part of it. Thank you for joining me today. Stay safe out there and be kind to one another. It's kind of important in today's world. Goodbye, my dark.